will be
Is there a
nice.
tanning feature for me as well? That'd be great. Yeah.
That would be great. Hey, everybody, this is Nicole Whitlock with Ecom Sellers. And tonight I have with me Mr. Michael Weiss. I am so glad that he is here. We're going to talk to you guys about a couple of things. So, first of all, if you do not know who we are, you might want to find us on Facebook, Ecom Sellers, Ecom Sellers Summit, Ecom Sellers Academy. You can follow us on YouTube or subscribe to us on YouTube. And you can also follow us on Instagram. So we are everywhere, and we are everywhere. And what we want to do tonight is we want to talk to you about an alternative, a different way of doing e-commerce this late in the game. Like today is November the 30th. The 30th, so tomorrow's December the 1st. And we want to talk to you about another way in which you can kick off your e-commerce game this late in the game. Seeing what we're going to be talking about. So, Michael, I guess we're just going to talk through.
Oh, man. I got full name there. That's I feel like I'm in trouble now, Nicole.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll stick with Mike.
What did I talk about full name? And this is and you know what I love about this? This is like after hours. Like this is not like second cup of coffee. We're ready to get moving. Like this is like raw, and I love it because I mean. And I love it because this is what you're about, right? And this is, you're not just about like bringing polish, you're about bringing real, right? And that's what I think folks are looking for. So yeah, I love chatting with you, Nicole. It's always great.
Well, I'm excited to talk to you about it. So let me just give you guys a little bit of background. So Mike was on a part of our Ecom Q4 Summit. We actually host a summit twice a year. Next year's summit's going to be in August. And what he talked about was how you can use Dropify to get your products like up and going. Now, if you haven't already done any Google searches about what the stats are already for Black Friday, like Black Friday on Amazon was crazy, Black Friday on Walmart was crazy, and Shopify is like, I don't know,
exploding.
Yeah, I know it's crushing it. It's crushing it. So it's ridiculous if you don't have a Shopify store. Let me just tell you, we have Shopify training, but I actually launched my Shopify store. I have a couple of stores. And I use Dropify. I set it up through Dropify. So Mike was posting something, and I said, "Well, Mike, come and talk to me about what you're doing. Like, tell me about this Dropify thing that's going to allow people to be able to get started in this e-commerce game in like 5 days or less. This close to the end of the year. This close to Christmas. This close. Talk to us about this Dropify thing."
Yeah. This is cool. And I love it because here's the thing. No one likes starting something new this late in the game because they're freaking out. They're just trying to fix what's not working, right? And I get it because I'm an Amazon seller, I'm a Shopify seller, I'm a WooCommerce seller. Like I have stuff everywhere, right? And right now it's about just pray to God that things just don't explode, because if they do, I have so much money tied up in inventory on some of my other private label stuff, and it's brutal. And so you just get in that mode, right? And so here's the deal. And I just want to kind of help people understand. I obviously use Dropify, obviously. But I can, right now, I kind of not stressing as hard as I did last year. And this year's crazier than last year, right? But last year came with its own, pile of stuff and changes. But this year is crazy. And so I'll tell you this, you know what I can do? And this is what you can do too, if you want to, and it's up to you. I'm able to actually get a brand new supplement up in Amazon 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I can do that in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, I can get a brand new listing up in Amazon live. People can buy it right now. So if I wanted to do like my own custom bundle package of supplements, pet supplements, skincare creams, skincare, products, doesn't have to be creams, but skincare products. I can't do CBD stuff. So I reserve that stuff for my Shopify stores, but
Amazon gives us a hard time sometimes when you're doing skincare stuff, because they're like, okay, we need all of this stuff for this listing to go live. So how are you guys getting past that? How are you? Also with supplements, like how are you work?
Well, I don't tell them it's supplements. I say it's toys. No, I'm kidding. No, don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, don't do that. No,
don't do that.
So here's the fun part. And then we'll get into kind of how this works. But ultimately, I have all the documents. Dropify has all the documents for anyone that's using it. to get into Amazon. So specifically what you're talking about are a couple things. One, you're talking about invoices, right? So you need proven invoices. Two, you're talking about certificate of analysis, or what's called COAs, right? And that's going to be if you're not the manufacturer, which none of our sellers are, right? So Dropified isn't even the manufacturer. Like, we're not a manufacturer, but we partner with all the manufacturers. And part of that partnership is that they provide us everything that we need to give to our sellers, like COAs or invoices or anything else that you need to get ungated for, product categories or catalogs like dietary supplements, right? And so the first part, whenever someone's trying to get into Amazon, like, I don't want people thinking if they sign up for Dropified, for example, that they're going to get an Amazon in 3 minutes, because the first run takes about 3 days. Okay. And the reason is not because of Dropified, it's because of Amazon, right? Amazon is just bombarded with requests like constantly every single day. Mm-hmm. But when I go through like a full training thing on how to actually get your brand recognized as a brand, so that they'll unlock you for that. And then they'll get you ungated or unlocked for, for example, dietary supplements. And that usually, if you have all your documents and everything kind of lined up. So I actually go through how I was blocked and what I did to get ungated. And then I tested that over and over and over and over and over again to make sure that it worked. And it
even this late in the game, because we know Amazon is down staff, whole departments, some departments aren't even there anymore, so they're down staff. Yeah, even this late in the game, you can go through this process that fast.
I literally just helped a client the other day who's a toy company, ironically, that wanted to get into children multivitamin gummies as just an add-on to their FBA toy. And I just wanted to show that they were caring more about overall, health and well-being. So in this case, it was educational health as well as physical, health for children. And I thought it was a brilliant move. They're already brand registered. So, I mean, even if you don't have to be brand registered for it to work, but they're already brand registered. So because they're brand registered already, all I had to do was just submit the documents for them to get ungated. And I think it took like maybe 4 hours. By the time they got back to it, it's just nuts. And then once you're ungated, then you do whatever you want, right? Like, you can throw in as many supplements as you want, as many different brands as you want. Not brands, as many different designs as you want underneath the same brand. If you want to change around brands, that takes, I think, 12 hours maybe now, versus it took me an hour before when I got mine up like a couple weeks ago. And so anyway, it's just, the thing is, it's just that easy. And so
we're talking about Amazon.com, not Amazon CA, not Amazon.
You know what? I'm offended. .ca is just as much Amazon as Amazon.com.
It is.
That's right.
Sometimes you have to do. It is. I sell on Amazon CA all the time. Sometimes you have to do things a little different for CA.com.
Right. Believe you me. Yeah. So we are talking to Amazon.com.
Okay.
So, and what's cool is if you do want to sell on Amazon.ca, I mean, you can either be an American seller, that's actually sells to Canada, and you can open that up as well. And so, for example, like the supplements, like I have Canadians that buy my supplements and they get it in 7 business days, right? Which is nuts, right? Like, I mean, Amazon.com doesn't even send some products to people in the United States in 7 business days because they're just so backlogged. I don't care if you're Prime and their Prime is it's just chaos right now. So I would much rather be able to provide folks the control to be able to say, I know my customer is going to get their product in 1 to 3 business days because I'm doing it outside of this clogged artery right now. I have my own fulfillment services that I'm using through Dropified. And again, no one ever has to set that stuff up. Dropified provides all that stuff. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. So I think what I want to talk about with you today is not, hey, look at me, la-di-da. It's how can you get started this late? And especially for folks that are on Amazon, they're getting slapped in the face with so many limitations that I didn't even face last year, but I'm facing this year on some of my other products outside of supplements, which is you can only ship 200 units in at a time. Well, if you're worth your salt with a decent brand and a product, you should be selling like 100 to 200 units a day minimum in Q4, because that's just what the nature of Q4 is. So how the heck are you supposed to ship in, product 200 at a time when you have to wait 5 to 7 business days for them to actually get everything in on FBA? Well, go the route of FBM. And if you don't want to deal with the shipping, create an opportunity like Dropified, who's going to do all of the work for you, like Amazon does when it's FBA. but being able to, flip listings up in minutes as opposed to weeks that it takes some time. So let's talk. That's kind of one hurdle, but the other hurdle is on Shopify. Like Shopify is killing it if people know what they're doing on Shopify. But if you suck at Shopify, you're probably within the less than 2% of people. Actually, I think it dropped like crazy for folks that are just having a website and just saying, hey, come visit my website. It's like what, 1.5% now, I think was the stat that came out. 1.5% of visitors to your website on average, really, I should say this, across all Shopify stores on average are purchasing, which is horrific. Like that's crazy. So how can you actually succeed in a crazy world right now where you're getting bombarded with ads? How do you actually stand out with your store and all this stuff? Well, there's a really easy way of doing it, and that people can get started. And I think that's what we're going to chat about today.
All right. So I'm going to ask one more question before you get into talking about it a little bit more, because I launched a couple of Shopify stores with my son using Dropify. And we know the supplements are hot, especially because of COVID-19. Different supplements, not all supplements, but some. So does this also work? Does the strategy also work for Walmart sellers? Because, we have this Walmart training and we have people blowing up on Walmart. We have people blowing up everywhere. But for Walmart, I can use Dropify for my Walmart?
All right. Yeah. So let me help kind of bring context to this. So when people are talking about Amazon or Walmart or eBay or wherever, right, you do need to consider using all of these avenues. Like don't just stay in one like silo. You need to branch out. That's the only way that you're ever going to get your brand out there, is if you are everywhere. So that people don't know you're a fly by night, right? So I'll tell you this. Here's the strategy that Dropify uses, okay? And this is why we know that this will work, is say that you are wanting to, here, let me see if I can show you this.
All right. Dropify.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so let me show you this. And this is just going to be a brief here, but I want to make sure that people can kind of see it instead of just me talking about it, because it's not always the best just to talk about it. Which screen do I want to show you? The appropriate one. All right. Okay, so you guys can see this, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So in here, this is Shopify, right? So this is an example of a store that we put together just, to kind of showcase some of the gummies in my supplements, right? And my supplement line. So in here, a couple key things. We're going to talk about Walmart in a second here. So a couple key things when you're talking about Shopify. One, if you're going to have any products, stay away from just digital, like digital art, right? So actually, because Dropify, for example, sends you products in 1 to 3 business days, don't just rely on these images. These are great, they're high quality, and we do that so you can split it up on your site, but get really nice lifestyles put together, because that's one way that you can stand out, right? Is showing folks that this is a real product. This is exactly what it looks like. And again, it takes, with the freaking quality on phones these days, you can just create some like absolutely beautiful pictures, just create nice settings. You do that. So that's one. Okay. 2, create bundles. Do not sell one unit at a time, especially when you have the capability of doing it through something like Dropify. People don't want to buy one at a time all the time. They want to buy bundles. So there's 2 routes you're going to do that with. Either A, you're going to create the bundle on Dropify, which is super, super easy to do, and we show you how to do that. But 2 is, if you don't have like a click funnel or a sales funnel or something like that, get one, right? And you can freaking join, if you have ClickFunnels already, you can join, Funnel Fridays, because Russell and Jim, they give away supplement. I think recently they just gave away a supplement funnel. And all you're gonna do is just plug in your pictures, like even these ones, or your lifestyles in there.
And I teach funnels all day. I teach funnels.
You got it. Yeah. Okay. So and if it doesn't have to be ClickFunnels, there's lots of other apps that plug in with Shopify is real nice. But anyway, the whole point is get a funnel. Why is because what you're trying to do is you're trying to break away from the average order value or the average cart value being just one unit or being one thing, because then your cost of acquisition, bringing that customer in, is just brutal. So you want to create things like bundles. You want to create things like subscribe and saves. You want to create like if I were to click on this bad boy right here, well, actually, let me go to just something. I'll just click on any product in here, but you can see I have a subscribe and save in here. You can have your certificates in here to create trust. I have a nice little thing in here that helps me, saying I'm going to be donating X amount of dollars per this very specific foundation or charity. So anything that actually really, this is your brand, right? So you're trying to, you have very few moments with somebody to earn their trust and earn their respect. So this is all stuff that Shopify gave you. And this is great if you're trying to look for that. But what I would even do in here is I would even make sure this had lifestyle photos in it. There's lots of other options that you can use with Shopify. And again, I'm not going to talk about Shopify because Nicole does that already. So here's the deal. If you want to get onto other platforms, Shopify actually has a really nice way of doing that. And you're able to do that through these other sales channel models. Okay.
Yep.
So how do you do this? And just so everyone that understands, if you don't know Shopify, you don't understand this concept, you've been afraid to click this button, don't be, because this is super, super easy. Okay. The way this works is when I click a button like Amazon, okay, it means that Shopify is going to connect with the SKU on Amazon that I create. Okay. So if an order is placed on Amazon, it's going to shoot it through Dropify. It's not another platform I have to manage. It's going to shoot through to Shopify. But remember, how did you get this packet or this product in the first place? Well, if you use Dropify, then you're going to see that came through on your just pull up the store here. Sorry. Through Dropify. So Dropify is the one that actually gave the product to Shopify. So think of it like an API call, right? So whatever, it's just like a picture of what's happening on Dropify right now, okay? And then that picture is simply transferred to Amazon to be able to say, whenever someone buys it here, that order is going to come through Shopify to Dropify, and Dropify is going to fulfill it for you. That's how it works with Amazon. That's how stupid simple this thing is, okay?
Okay, so I want to repeat that. Hold on. I just want to make sure everybody process that for just a second.
Go for it, yeah.
Because even if you are not a Shopify expert by any means and stretch of the imagination,
sure.
About the Dropify tool is, again, Dropify tool, it has an integration with Shopify that has apps, and these apps will allow you to integrate your store on different platforms. Mm-hmm. It's, again, integrating your products that are in your Shopify store directly onto Amazon, so that when you get sales, you get all those notifications and they can be processed. And because Dropify is processing the orders, it is hands off.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Okay. And hands off.
Yeah. Just said that's key. And that's key, right? And so to answer your question about other platforms, well, really any other platform. I mean, Shopify comes kind of preloaded, pre-baked with some of these plugins already that they offer. Yeah. So eBay is right here. So if I want to sell on eBay, boom, all I have to do is make sure I have an eBay account and I connect it to Shopify. Same thing with Amazon. You can't just say I want to sell on Amazon. You have to create an Amazon seller account and then connect it, right? And it's the same thing with Walmart. It's the same thing with Facebook. It's the same thing with Messenger. It's the same thing with Pinterest. It's the same thing with Etsy. It's the same thing with Oshop. Like, it's just wherever you want to sell. Wherever you want to sell, you got to make sure you have an integration. Yeah, and I want to make sure that it's just to make it ultra clear. Why this works is because you do not need to buy any upfront inventory and put it in a warehouse and then connect it to Walmart, eBay, Amazon, wherever, right? Right. What you're doing is the product is already in your Shopify store. And this is very specifically to Shopify. I mean, you can do this to whatever, any other e-commerce platform that'll connect to Dropify, but specifically to Shopify. The product is connected to Shopify like that. Like, it takes nothing. And again, that's just a matter of me going in, finding a supplement in the catalog, which again, everyone has full access to the entire catalog. So they're going to go into this catalog And they're going to say, cool, what do I actually want to do? Well, if I have no idea and I don't want to scroll through all this, well, then I can actually just click on my product catalog here. So I'm doing a bit of demo here, Nicole. Hopefully this is fine. I just really want to make sure this is making sense for folks from start to finish, because that's the key. I don't want to just look at success. I don't just want to look at the end result, because everyone always asks that question. Well, great, but that can't be me. You work for Dropify, so clearly it's easy for you. And I just want to kind of kill that thing right now, okay? So if it's cool, is that cool? I want to make sure we're spending the time wisely here, Nicole. But is that all right? Can I just quickly just shoot through this thing?
You can show it. You can show it, and I'll put the link up. So here's and he's going to show this, and then I'm going to also talk a little bit about my experience with Dropify, because he's talking about the supplements, which we haven't gotten into the supplement game. We're doing some other stuff.
Sure.
Because you have the ability. The great thing about Dropify is you have the ability to source inside the U.S.
Yeah,
which is great. Meaning your products are not coming across the ocean, like already in warehouses here in the U.S. And so you can list those products now. I love it.
Love it. Yeah. And you know what? We're going to talk about actually a platform that people can use, because some people, especially right now, like I said at the very beginning, they're freaked out. They're scared. They're just in fix-it mode. And I get that, guys. I'm in that mode right now. Okay. However, if you are, there's going to be an awareness that you should be thinking about right now, if you're not thinking about it, which is, am I in fix-it mode because this is turning towards like a really sick profit and I just got to keep the boat together long enough for that to work? Or am I trying to fix something and I'm praying to God that hopefully it's profitable, but there's really no data to prove that it will be, because I'm just trying to make something happen and I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. Now, if you're in either category, you should be thinking about you have 4 weeks left. Essentially, you have 4 weeks left before Q1 hits again, and then people kind of stop spending money as much as they're going to do in this month. So my goal is to help you maximize this next 4 weeks in the smartest way you possibly can to actually create a revenue stream that maybe you don't have, that maybe you've been looking for, or maybe it's the way for you to stop spinning your wheels. So that's all what we're doing here. If this is not your flavor, again, this is fine, but it's for those of you that are just like, Mike, I need some serious help, and I don't know how to do this without, in the next 4 days without some serious help. And that's what I'm trying to do here. So anyway, so guys, so here's the deal. Product catalog. Okay. And I'm not going to go through every product, but the key here is supplements, gummies, CBD, pet, and skincare. Okay. Now, if you're going to do this, you need to be fully aware that, that you have full access to every one of these supplements. You have full access to every one of these gummies. You have full access to every one of these, CBD products, and full access to every one of these pets and supplements and skincare products. You have full access to this catalog. Okay. And when I say full access, I mean, you can bundle them however the hell you want to bundle them. You can put whatever label you want on them, as long as they meet FDA guidelines, which again, we help you with, and we do a pre-approval process. So it's not like we're going to leave you high and dry and you can just put whatever the heck you want on these things, like, hey, cures cancer. No, you can't put that, right? So we're going to help you understand what you can and can't put on this. So we're almost a filter that's there to teach you and coach you along the way. But right now, I can tell you, Active Relief Cream is probably one of the biggest freaking products in North America right now, because topicals is one of the only things that you can currently sell and actively market to help you sell outside of Amazon, right? So you can't sell tinctures, you can't sell gummies, you can't sell that kind of stuff. Sorry, you can sell it. Sorry, you can't market gummies, you can't market tinctures. You can't market, CBD treats on Facebook, Google, and almost at all, I would say right now. FDA has just really put a lock in on that. But topicals, so Active Relief Cream, anti-wrinkle creams with CBD in it, that is fair game. You can just do whatever you need, right? And so these are amazing. I want to give you an understanding here on skin cream as well. This night cream right now, and again, if you're not into night cream, that's fine. But this night cream is literally the largest bottle that you can get on Amazon. If you were to sell this on Amazon right now, and it's actually selling for less than what bottles a quarter of the size are selling for. And it literally is, I want to say it's the same ingredients because I don't want to get held liable for that. But let's just say these are extremely high quality ingredients that are going into this night cream. Okay. And really, it's really going into any product here because these are coming from leading manufacturers in the United States, like Nicole said. Okay. So the point is, These are quality products that that existing giants in this industry are selling with their brand, their label, and they're killing it. But the reason why they're doing that is because they're selling it traditional way, which is buying a truckload of it up front, putting their own labels on it, and then selling it out. The difference is we're not making you do that. You can literally sell one of these containers, or you could sell 1,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000 of them. And we're not requiring you to have any minimum order quantities on any of it. So you can literally pick any one of these bad boys, put whatever design that you're looking on it, and then move forward. So if I were to go ahead and choose one of these, like, I don't know, what one should I put in here?
You said the kids gummies before, so I would just
sure. Yeah, let's do
about that.
Okay. So children's gummies. Oh, sorry, I spelled that wrong. Let's just go children here. Okay,
And
children.
so doing my design, is that pretty basic? I mean, I could go to logo wherever I want to, including if I wanted to throw it over to Fiverr or do it through Canva.
Yeah, so here's that, and it's a great question. So here's the deal. That once you're in the platform here, okay, you just go download template. It's going to give you this really nice template, which is going to be pre-marked up with what people can and can't do. So if you open this in a program like Adobe Illustrator, you'll see what you have to do and what layers you have to go for. And again, if you're just getting used to Adobe Illustrator or you need some help with it, again, we have full tutorials, like walkthrough on how to get it done. But what you could do is just download this, shoot it over to Fiverr with a couple cool ideas that you have, and just say, hey, listen, I want, this picture, this title, and maybe this kind of a gradient backdrop. I want 20 different examples. And guess what? Take all 20, because you're not limited to one. You can literally upload 20 different labels to this and test them and see which one is going to have the best use case. Because do you know what is going to work and what's not going to work? Probably not. Yeah. But you know maybe what messaging is going to work. You maybe know what imagery is going to work, like Dino or Princess or Unicorn or whatever. And you just kind of want to see some examples, and then you're going to shoot your favorite ones, or maybe all of them for all I care, and put them in here, and then throw them on your shop and advertise individually. But once that's finished, say that I want to say that I go back in here. Once I have my label, I'm going to customize my label, and I'll choose. See if I can find something here. You put me on the spot here, so I think I might have something here for kids.
If you don't, that's like I said, I've done other things in Dropify. I haven't done supplements yet, so this is interesting to me.
Supplements are sick. I mean, they're not sick. They're cool, but they're actually healthy, not sick. But they're
popular, and this, I mean, like I said, yeah, they're very popular. And this is a great time to throw your hat into the ring if you can get supplements available, produced, and ready to go in a matter of whatever. Yeah, you got it. So I just pulled one up here, but this is just one example. And again, I did this kind of design to fit in with my, if I go back to my store here, to fit in with my gummy line, right? So the gummy line that I pulled off of was pulling off of examples of what was already trending on Amazon. So these, for example, this is coming from a company called Sugar Bear Hair, which is a fantastic line. They've made pretty much all their money based off of influencer traffic, which is, if you think about it, way cheaper than going after, PPC or Amazon PPC or Google or whatever by itself. And so all I did is I just took, the non-trademark sides of it. I was inspired by some of the pieces here, and I tested out vegan versus vegetarian versus whatever on the bottle. I figured out vegan's going to land hottest. And so then I said, cool, this is going to be my biotin gummy, which even is a bad name. I would even change it to hair vitamin or something else like that. And so I thought, well, the one thing that I have, or that I can do that Sugar Bear Hair can, and it's not a slam against Sugar Bear Hair. You could do this with any freaking, brand product or anything like that. What is it that other people aren't doing that I have the potential to do to make it better? And my thing was, I can create way more vitamins or way more products than they can, because I can do it like this. So how can I do this where it falls in line with the same brand? Well, I had my hair vitamins. I created Women's Multi, which is pretty identical to theirs. But then I thought, why not a kids? Why not an immune boost with an elderberry? Why not a flow vitamin that's a fiber gummy? Why not a gut vitamin, which is a probiotic, which is huge right now? Why not a digestive vitamin, which is, my apple cider vitamin gummies, right? Or sorry, apple cider vinegar gummies. And you just go on and on and on, and then you can create packages. You can create whatever the heck you want. Skin vitamins. I have
three packs here. I have whatever, right? And so I guess that's the point is you can see how quickly I can spin up products. That's not the problem. The problem isn't the product. It's how can I get these into specific channels that are going to actually help people buy this thing? And Amazon is one of those. Walmart is one of those. eBay is one of those. And I can very quickly, once this is actually in Shopify, which I mean, it takes minutes to do, I can spread it out to all those different departments as long as I have accounts in those departments like Walmart, eBay, Amazon, whatever, right? And again, I don't try to oversimplify it, but I'm hoping people understand that no longer do you have the excuse that I can't get a product on my store within the next 2 or 3 days, because I just showed you literally in a couple of minutes how to do that. And all you need is the design. And once you're finished, you're going to generate your images and then you're going to send it to your store and then you're done. And that's how easy it is, right?
Your store, and then from there, then it's up online. Then whatever traffic, like this is the new product. So if you've already done some significant keyword research on the keywords that people are searching, I mean, I'm a nerd. Sorry.
No. Sorry, I'm laughing because I just did this. Sorry, I just put this on here on Thursday last week, just to show people. And again, no advertising. I'm literally not PPC advertising any of this. I just was trying to show folks how quickly they could get it up and running. And I actually had someone buy it and left a review already since Thursday. And I didn't even know that, right? Like this is literally on this is Amazon.com, and it takes literally minutes for this to get up and running. You can see all of them are fully up and running. This is actually a bundle that I created. This is something that no probiotic gummy is doing right now for this price, is I'm bundling 2 of these probiotic gummies, so 120 pieces, and I did it at the cheapest price possible. Now, again, these listings suck right now, so I have to definitely do some work on them. But you like it takes nothing. You have any idea how long it took me to get stuff onto Amazon when I was doing my own private label stuff, and I still do?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
8 months, 7 months, 9 months. It's crazy. I just literally 4 minutes. I got this up and running. Anyway, so I'm nerding out with you now, but I just hope people understand. Guys, this is so next level that I don't want you to think that this is a scam or some kind of a weird, hack or whatever that's not going to be sustainable. I'm showing you something that seasoned Amazon sellers like myself aren't using. Well, I'm using this obviously because you're seeing it, but like they don't know about it. They're stuck using the traditional private label way. They're stuck having to do the research and buy and go to China and get their designs, get samples sent, get shipped over, dealing with upfront inventory costs, dealing with upfront shipping costs, dealing with nightmares that can happen with Amazon. Like you're only allowed to send in 200 at a time. The fun part about this is this is all FBM. This is all FBM, meaning fulfilled by merchant, which means that I'm not sending any inventory into Amazon. It means that I'm saying, listen, I can create a listing. Someone bought that already. And you know what happened is that came through my Shopify store and it went directly to Dropify, and Dropify automatically fulfilled it after I took care of the cost of it. And I'm going to get paid from Amazon now, this thing. But you know what? If I'm on Walmart, if I'm on eBay, if I'm on wherever else, it's going to be exactly the same thing.
Correct.
It's all going to come back to Dropify, and it's all going to get paid in Dropify, and it's all going to get shipped and fulfilled automatically in Dropify. That's how you do it.
So I'm just gonna say this. So now that I have 2 stores, now I'm going to open up another store like in the next 24 hours because you just made me do this.
Come on.
I'm gonna start another Shopify store in the next 24 hours, and I'm gonna make Renata start one too. So Renata, heads up, you're starting another Shopify store in 24 hours, and we're gonna go supplements. We're going to throw up some designs and we're going to see what happens, because your designs were so basic. They were bright colors and they were so basic.
Yeah. And it's great. Actually, let me show you this here.
And you said that was all organic traffic. So, okay, I'm getting ready to do this then.
I'm not done with you, Nicole. I'm not done with you. I'm going to show you some.
I'm just saying, I'm going to do this.
You just made me get up. This is going to be something.
I'm getting ready to get mine too.
Come on now. All right. So you saw the kid vitamin one that I threw up, right? So for example, where was that?
I love bundles. I'm telling you right now, bundles are my jam. So I love bundles.
So you see this?
That
I live in Canada. I got this in 5 days, and I literally ordered this from myself. not from Amazon, but I order this for myself because I wouldn't want to pay them the 15% to buy my own product. But I did this, okay? And if people are understanding what the heck does this supplement actually look like, here, I'm going to open this right now. This is just for you. I'm not doing this for anybody else. This literally is a box opening just for you right now.
We're getting the unboxing, y'all, live.
Come on now. Come on. Okay. So look at this. Okay. So these are bears. Look at this. These are bears. Okay. So that there is a bear. What flavors are in here? I should know this off heart, but cherry, strawberry, lemon, orange, and grape. I'm going to give my kids this. I'm going to eat this right now. I'm going to show you this is real. Okay. It's not wax.
So can I ask you a question? Because I'm really going to put you on the spot now.
Okay, because I'm chewing it, so you can go for it.
We have a class, a Shopify class that I have this Saturday. I have 2 remaining Shopify classes. And then, so I'm going to actually teach this on Saturday. Should I teach this on Saturday? Or should I teach whatever I had scheduled?
I need to teach this, but I'm not. I mean, Nicole, you're smarter than I am, so you do you.
Okay, so I'm going to teach this, but the question is, are you going to be available on Saturday just in case I run into something weird that I didn't think of? Because
this Saturday?
Yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah, throw me in.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. You know, Nicole, I love these shows. You go ahead and do it.
All right. So this is what. So if you guys sign up for the Shopify class, then we're going to go through this on Saturday. You're going to have to get your own Dropify account. But we'll do this on Saturday. So, hey, all excuses have been shot in the foot at that point. So if you're walking around with an excuse, you might as well you need to sever that excuse from your body at this point.
That's a polite way of saying it. Yep. I was gonna mention something with my flow vitamins, but to help.
Excuses to the curb this Saturday. If you are in
flush your excuses down the toilet. That's what I was going to say.
But you got to make sure you either have your Amazon or your eBay or your Etsy, not Etsy. Sorry, your Amazon, eBay, Walmart. We'll talk about Walmart in a second, but at least your and or eBay store ready to go, or Shopify. I don't care. You know, something.
Yeah. Well, and funnel, I would say, if you're going to do the Shopify thing, make sure the funnel's there, because there's a couple cool things that I want to talk about with the funnel, if that's cool too.
That's fine.
But but before you do that though, can we talk about Golden Goose Challenge? Because I think that
let's talk about it.
Okay, and we're gonna get back into the coolness and the funness of all that stuff, because I actually want to start talking about money. I want to start talking about success. I want to start talking about what this means for people, not just work, right?
Okay.
Which again, it's not even that much work. So here, I'm gonna share my screen again.
All right.
If you trust me.
I don't know. As long as you don't bring up any porn, we're good. I'm gonna drink some water.
That's good. All right. Well, I'll close those ones out. All right. Here's the deal, guys. So if you're going to come this Saturday to Shopify class, then I'm going to actually ask you to do one more thing. Okay. So Dropify is, here's what we're seeing. Okay. A lot of folks, I think they get scared when opportunity comes. Okay. And what I mean by that is whenever they have the opportunity to actually change something for the better, they get freaked out because they're looking for assurances, guarantees. They're looking for, almost this golden goose, right? At the end of the rainbow or whatever, right? Sorry, I butchered that analogy, but the whole point is that they're looking for some assurance, right? And here's the deal, guys. I'm going to be 100% blunt with you. You cannot do this unless you have a solid product design idea, okay? And that scares people because, again, that's where a lot of the research comes in. So what this Golden Goose Challenge is, and we recognize that because we've been working with folks for the last 6 or 7 months, right? And the thing is, they've had full opportunity to actually create literally unlimited number of designs. And there's some of our clients that literally have nothing, right? Like 0 designs. And so we said, why the heck is that? Like, we literally gave them the whole world, and in a way that no one else is doing this stuff. And it's because they're like, yeah, I'm going to have my own supplement line. Ooh, I'm going to have my own CBD line. Oh, I'm going to get my own skin cream line. And you know what? I'm going to add in my own pet supplement line. Let's get started. And then they just writer's block. They have no idea. They have no idea like how to do it. They have no idea what products to pick. They don't want to create a Walmart of supplements, pet supplements, and whatever, because they're just like, and so they stop because like, I'm not a creative person. They start kind of feeding themselves these lies. And you know what? It's okay if you suck at design. It's okay if you don't know how to market. It's okay if you don't know how to do that stuff. And again, and I say that because you don't have to be a master of everything when you're doing e-commerce. The whole point is that you're going to learn along the way, but you need to find some folks, there's some really solid mentors like Nicole, who are going to help you through those steps and actually help answer some of those questions along the way. So Nicole, this is what we want to do as well, is I want to introduce folks to the 5-day challenge. The 5-day challenge really is going to be super, super, super simple, right? So 5-day challenge is pretty much this. It's going to be 5 days and it's for $55. Okay, $55, 5 days. What it is, it's 77 minutes a day. It's all live. It's done by an amazing coach that we brought on to do this challenge for us. His name's Matt Schmidt. And really over the 5 days, the key here is that you're going to be finding products. You're going to learn about how to actually build those brands and how to put those designs on there, and how do you actually target what's going on. So we're going to help you put those brands actually on those key products. And again, it's going to be from the catalog that you saw earlier here, but there's a lot of products in that catalog. So which ones do you choose, and how do you know what designs to put on those, and how do you know what to put on those designs? And so we're going to say, great, we're just going to walk through it. So you're going to get homework throughout the week. Okay. We are going to be going live. We're going to be asking you to show what your examples are and what your research is. But guys, this is literally the hand holding. Think of it like a giant round table for 5 days with a bunch of folks and a live coach, as well as live support that's going to help you actually not just get your product, the decision underway, like, what products I'm actually going to choose, but actually get your design underway. And then we're going to put in 6 ways that you can sell this thing with zero ad costs, guys. And that's huge, okay? Because that means that you don't need to invest thousands of dollars into Facebook, Google, native ads, influencers, PPC campaigns. Like, we're going to teach you how to do this with zero ad costs. Now, let me tell you why this is so crucial for Saturday's session with Nicole on Shopify, is because don't start a Shopify store or go to that session unless you have an idea for your product. You can't build a store with empty shelves. That just doesn't work. You may have all the personality in the world and give the best handshake, but I'm telling you, people aren't going to come in and pay you for much, if you don't have, actually products on your shelves. And using that analogy, we're going to help you put products on the shelves. Then Nicole's going to help you understand what that store needs to look like so that you can actually produce the best possible results as you can. And so I really highly encourage you. You're seeing the link down below to join that. And again, it's the Golden Goose Challenge, and you'll be able to see that link down below. Please sign up. It starts December 2nd. Okay, December 2nd. So this isn't starting tomorrow. It's not starting tonight. It's starting December 2nd. So this gives you more than enough time to get along the way with that challenge. And then when you come to class on Saturday to learn about how to get this done, you actually should already have some products ready to go. And I promise you it's going to be, I'm actually going to be a part of that 5-day challenge as well. And I can't wait to be a part of that with you. So please, if you haven't, and this is something you're interested in getting started this late in the game, 5-day challenge, as well as the Shopify course, the Shopify class this Saturday, and you will have everything you need to get started and to start seeing some results before the end of December. So anyway, that's just wanted to make sure I put that in there.
Well, here's the deal. So there's people that have been sitting on the sidelines. We've been talking till we're blue in the face. I was literally talking to a 7-figure, 8-figure, I think he's 8-figure at this point, seller earlier today. And I said, I've been talking to people for the last 3 months, 4 months. And, you hear the stories of people who are like, okay, 200 sales a day, 400 sales a day, 1,000 sales a day. And you hear them in the background going, well, nothing's happening and nothing happened with my stuff. Well, that's because you didn't do the work. You didn't lay the foundation. Mm-hmm. We told you what you need to do. There's nobody you can be mad at but yourself. So if you're that person that's been kicking tires, kicking rocks, kicking whatever, hanging around near the tree, watching people over the fence, what are you doing over there? What are you doing? Yeah. If that person has been looking over the fence, this is your opportunity to get in and get something going before the end of the year. Thing is that because of COVID-19, the fact that people are buying online is not going away. If you have not already read the latest articles, Like this year's buying online, store traffic went down, I believe it's by 57%, I believe. And sorry, the in-store foot traffic went down by about 57%. And they said online traffic went up by 52%. So this is you have not missed out. Like a bunch of people, amazing Black Friday. People are having a crazy Cyber Monday because I was working on somebody's funnel earlier today. Like people are still having a crazy Cyber Monday, and it's not even midnight. So there's still time to get into the game. And the online buying frenzy is not going away. If anything, it is going to continue to be at record levels all the way into March. So if you've been playing around, you've been staring at people over the fence, I want to see what you're doing over there. It's time to stop. If you're really going to do this, then do it. Otherwise, then get out the way and stop bothering people who are trying to do it. Stop wasting people's time that are doing it or trying to do it because you keep saying, but I really want to do this. No, go do it. Either do it or don't do it. Don't be in the middle. Don't be hanging out in this little weird area where you're like, well, I tried it. No. There's either you do or there's no do. There's no try. There's either do or don't do.
Totally. And can I even throw to another category of people out there, Nicole, that need to hear this as well, is not just the triers and don't triers as well. It's also the folks that did have the foot traffic businesses that did suffer. Here's the deal, guys, is I mean, my heart goes out to you guys because I have so many friends whose businesses closed. And not even because of Black Friday, obviously, because that's still pretty fresh, but we're talking about a couple months ago. And the thing is, I mean, whether you're a personal trainer, whether you are a gym, whether you are, a mom and pop shop, whether you are whatever, you still have a story to tell. You still have customers that want to know that you're not dead. And there is a way for you not to revive, but to evolve to where the world is going. And I promise you, if you are a mom and pop shop, if you're a personal trainer, if you're whatever, do not throw away years, if not decades. I know some folks of investment and of relationship with your customers that are not giving up on you unless you give up on yourself. Do not do it. Jump in, learn how to pivot, because I promise you it's going to be way faster and way easier than when Nicole started and when I started, because there's just more resources out there. And you know why there's more resources is because, I mean, just in all transparency, these companies are making money when you use them. I make money when you use Shopify, right? But you're going to make more money than I'm making, right? Shopify you're going to be making more money than Shopify is making. You're going to be making more money than any app or anything else that you put in there. The whole point is, do not give up on yourself. Don't do it. Don't sit there because there's no reason to, and it's not going to cost you $50,000, $30,000, $20,000 or whatever it costs you to get your store freaking up and running in the first place. It's not going to cost you your lease cost every single month. It's not going to cost you your inventory cost every month. You literally get to go in at a fraction of that cost, to pivot and to make sure that you let your audience know and you let your customers know that you are around and you're going to be around for another generation, for another 2 generations. So don't give up because you don't need to.
That's the thing. And I think, that was the other thing is that I spent a lot of time, reaching out to different people. I even offered, I want to say it was back in August. I said, if you have a brick and mortar, someone that has a brick and mortar and they are struggling and they need some help, they need some guidance, whatever. I'm not going to say I'm the expert at everything, but there's a lot that I do know. I'm like, I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to support you. I'm willing to whatever. All you have to do is reach out to me. I did it for 3 days straight. Facebook Live, telling people, look, if you know some brick and mortar, let's do this. And I only had one taker. I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. I'm like, I know you guys know. So those of you that are sellers, I need you to, if you know somebody that's got a brick and mortar that's struggling, trying to figure out how to stay alive, trying to keep things going, then, you help them. If they want to send them to me, I don't care. Because I was like helping people for free. Yeah. Because again, small business is the lifeblood of everything. There's more small businesses than there are anything else. And so just trying to help people survive and keep things going and get things going. So anyway,
Well, and can I even just say it to that as well? Like I think I gave away 25 free lifetime memberships, which I am going to come back on to the people I gave them to Dropified, because you know what the traffic on those has been? Zero. You know why? It's because it was given to them. And I'm a wholehearted believer that, listen, guys, I mean, I'm not here to tell you that I'm worth, tens of thousands of dollars, because I'm not that, egocentric. Not that egocentric. But I will tell you guys, I mean, there's a level of investment that's required here. So when I say $55 buy-in for 5 days of challenge, it's not because I'm a greedy Grinch. It's because I want you to prove to yourself again, it's not like $55 is a crazy upfront cost, but it's enough for you to say, I'm going to pay attention. And again, if everything was kind of given for free, I honestly believe that no one would actually use anything. No one would use these tools. And so you need to understand as well that, like, there's a tremendous amount of time invested into this, and we're doing this because we want to actually give back, and we don't want to sit in our corner and hold all the secrets. We're trying to give back. But we need you to understand that this is like, you're not going to university. Like, this isn't a $50,000 course or $50,000 education that you have to spend $50,000 for. You might be getting a $50,000 education, but it's not for 50 grand. You're going to be getting it for $500, for $100, for $55. It doesn't matter. The point is, recognize that. Do you need help? Say yes if that's you right now. Yes, I need help if that's you right now. Okay.
And let's just
and if that is you, make a choice right now. Right now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Be like, don't say I'll sleep on it. Make it right now, because if you sleep on it again tomorrow, you're gonna have your coffee and be like, why is my life not the way I want it to look like?
Yes.
And you're gonna fall into that with everybody else, and that's not the attitude that you're gonna need to make this thing happen.
Right.
So
before, I know you got to go, I got to go, but and before we get into Walmart, we're going to talk about Walmart for just a second. But so this weekend, I was in the streets, meaning store after store after store after store after store. And the thing about Dropified is I didn't have to be store after store after store. I'm sorry, creature of habit. We do retail arbitrage. We know when you go out, you source for the deals and you source for whatever. So my boys and I were in the stores Thursday when those stores were open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We didn't go. I'm surprised I didn't go. I still got time to go. But anyway, sourcing. And so the difference is that for those of you that are the old school retail arbitrage, you got inventory piled around you. Still have inventory. Having my Shopify store up, having that ready to go, having the ability to be able to have it produce some level of money for me, because it's a great thing because of the fact that it makes life so much easier. So I have to go out and hustle. Now, I do enjoy finding some really good buys, and you don't have to handle, I can do what I want to, ship it off to a prep center, and deal with it. But the point is, this is a great way to get started without having to handle inventory, without having to touch inventory, without having to ship inventory yourself, without having to put it on labels on it, without whatever you have to do. You don't have to do all of that stuff with Dropified. And that's what I do like about it. Is that's the same thing with Shopify. Like, somebody else is going to be doing all the order fulfillment. So I love that. And then I will tell you that Dropified has amazing support. So we were on the phone, me and Renata. I think it was like not the last Monday, but the Monday before last, I think. Renata can correct me. Is his name Greg? I don't know. You got a support guy. His name is Greg? Anyway, he was nice. He was really nice. He was very helpful. And I enjoyed hanging out with him. I was like, okay, so I got to my store. He was like, I see you put some hoodies in there. Da, 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 da. So he was going through my store. He could see everything. I was like, okay, well, this works for me. I'm excited. So I will say that about Dropified. This is like necessarily a plug directly for you guys, but I love it when I get good support. I'm telling you. I love it when I get good support. So
and I think, here's the deal is I've worked with enough support teams to know when someone's like in it because for the paycheck and and when they're in it because they believe in it. Actually, it's funny is there's so many Shopify support teams, and I'm not bashing Shopify, but when I was doing Shopify like crazy, Shopify, they allow unlimited stores to their customer support teams. And I only know that because when I was talking to a customer support agent that I knew was reading off an FAQ, that I was reading off of. I got super frustrated with that. And I asked them, said, what's your Shopify store experience like? They're like, oh, sir, I don't have a Shopify store. I'm like, well, what the hell are you talking to me for then? Right? Because I'd rather talk to someone that actually has a store and gets it. Because I don't have to explain how Shopify works to you, not because you're an idiot, but because you don't have a store, like you don't know. And the cool part about Dropify is every single person that works at Dropify does actually have a Dropify account and sells with Dropify. And so
yeah, he showed us his store and he was helping. He was like, okay, well, what you want to do is this. Okay, now you need to pay attention to that. I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. Thank you. I'm gonna make a note. Put that in my training. So, it's just stuff that you learn, and I just love that. So I wanted to say that. So I have a lot of people that are doing Walmart now, and I know we're down here for almost an hour. So how is it? I know we're gonna be done, guys. We're gonna wrap this up. But how is this gonna work with? I'll explain to them how we work this with Walmart.
Yeah, so I'll make this super easy.
Directly on Walmart. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll make this super easy. Okay, so we talked about before Shopify. No, again, I don't have any products on Walmart right now, so I'm more than happy to work with you, Nicole, and we can walk through the step-by-step if people are looking for that. But I'll just give you the high level how simple this is. So you can see my screen. No, you can't. Can you see my screen right now?
I can now. Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so here's the shop. If you're working with Shopify, now again, this plugin can be on a lot of different stores that Dropify works with, so it's not exclusively Shopify. But when you have, here's your Shopify store, right? And so what we talked about is the sales channels feature, right? That we're talking about before, and you can see I have my Amazon plugged in. You do the same thing with your eBay, just a standard point of sale and whatnot, right? So, I mean, again, I wouldn't just stick with Walmart. I would go with things like Facebook, because Facebook Shop is picking up a lot right now. Google Shop is picking up a lot right now. But you asked me to focus on just Walmart, so we're going to do that.
We do teach that. We already have our training in our back office for Facebook Marketplace. We have
cool
training. But anyway, go ahead.
So obviously you're not seeing Walmart in here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go into the Shopify App Store. You're going to find the actual Walmart plugin. Okay, and you're going to pick whatever Walmart. Which one did you train on, or do you coach on?
So there is an actual the one that says Walmart Marketplace.
This guy, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you go in here, again, what it would look like is in here, you're going to go through the same steps where you're going to say, okay, I need to create a Walmart Marketplace account. I need to actually connect it to my Shopify store. And it's going to work exactly the same way as Amazon or eBay or the rest of it. Is the product, you're going to push the product from Shopify to Walmart, not the way around. From Shopify to Walmart, because I know you can do that with these apps as well, is you can plug in Amazon onto your Shopify. That's not what you're doing. You're pushing from Shopify to Walmart. Now, one way that you might have to do that, similar to the way it works with Amazon. So there's a couple ways around it. If you're finding that that it's asking from Walmart to Shopify and it's not giving the option from Shopify to Walmart, then what you would need to do on your Walmart Marketplace is something similar to Amazon, which is actually create the Walmart product or the listing. Okay. And here's the key. You have to match the SKUs. Okay. What I mean by the SKUs is in here, you'll see that my SKU is DB41 for this children's multivitamin gummy. Okay. So that SKU is going to populate onto my, get out of here. That SKU is going to automatically push and populate to my children multivitamin. It doesn't matter what the label is. It's going to populate so right here, it's going to populate onto my Shopify store. Okay. So in order to make sure that it's mapped properly to any external site, if you need to create the create the listing on that site first and map it, or if you can push the product to that site, one way or the other, the SKUs have to match.
Yeah, okay. Walmart needs the UPC, so that's going to be the thing.
And the UPC, yeah. So the thing is, yeah, but the thing is, the UPC is going to be a little bit different because we don't require a UPC. To go from Dropify to Shopify. So similar to Amazon, you need a UPC to sell on Amazon. So whatever your UPC situation is, that's fine. So I'm not going to sit here and tell people how and where and all that stuff to buy UPCs, because there's lots of options. Yep. But once you have the UPC connected and that UPC, you create your listing and you have your UPC that it gives you the ability to create your listing. You just have to make sure that your SKU is DB-41, and that's if you have to create it on Walmart.com side or .ca or wherever you're putting it. That if you're creating on that side, it will automatically map to Shopify. If the Walmart.com marketplace is logged into on your Shopify account, it will automatically recognize the SKU to the SKU. If you're able to push it into Marketplace, into Walmart Marketplace.com, again, through the sales channel app here, then it's automatically going to map the SKU. So you don't have to do anything because it's just pushing the product through. So it all depends on what everyone's situation would look like if you're on .ca or .com or whatever the case is. Again, I see it on Amazon too. Like on Amazon, you have to create the listing on Amazon and match the SKUs in order for it to connect to Shopify. And that's just the way that it works, right? And so,
and the great thing about Walmart is that you literally just have to, if you have it in your Shopify store, so if you add it from Dropify to your Shopify